Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Erik Voss, and our obsession with combing Deadpool and Wolverine clues out of every episode of Welcome to Wrexham has given us our biggest discovery yet, a confirmation that Rob McElhenney is playing a TVA agent in this movie, and I think we can pinpoint which TVA Minuteman he is exactly. Plus, an additional sighting of Kevin Feige himself at a December 16th match. So I'm gonna break it all down for you and how I can point out one of the craziest deaths in this movie. Okay, after we started watching Welcome to Wrexham looking for Deadpool clues, I kind of feel like Ryan Reynolds' marketing team at Maximum Effort might be aware of our fixation and are now enabling this addiction, because the most recent episode included Kevin Feige's attendance at the December 16, 2023 Wrexham match against Colchester. And to make sure we all saw it, they labeled him with text on screen, Kevin Feige, President, Marvel Studios. And if you've been following Kevin Feige's cult of personality as much as this channel has, you know that he will often give signals in the form of what logo appears on his signature ball caps. For example, at San Diego Comic-Con 2022, when Kevin Feige first unveiled the multiverse saga and major tentpole titles like Avengers Kang Dynasty and Avengers Secret Wars, the hat he wore for that was a Miss Minutes hat, despite Loki Season 2 being well over a year away. A clue that told all of us that the logic of multiversal incursions and timelines that was set up in the Loki series was really going to be the DNA of this multiverse saga. And then when accepting the Saturn Awards back this past February, Kevin Feige wore a hat showing a Deadpool and Wolverine logo, the very first time we saw any Wolverine art for this movie. So now at this Wrexham football match, Feige wears a hat with the Wrexham AFC crest, perhaps given to him as a gift by Ryan Reynolds, and Feige wore it, likely knowing that all eyes would be on the hat. You can actually see Feige wearing this hat at the well-known pub, The Turf, after the match. And yes, I did try to identify everyone in this photo, but I only got as far as the guy to the immediate right of Feige, who also appears in the box at the December 16th match. This is Alex Kishkovich, Ryan Reynolds' stunt double, who's often the one doing the fight sequences wearing that Deadpool suit. But this episode then goes to a very random 2-minute segment in which Rob McElhenney visits the Deadpool set. Structurally, it is not at all necessary for this episode because it just kind of ends with Rob McElhenney randomly here telling Ryan that they're moving forward and building these temporary bleachers for the stadium, which is something that could have just been a phone call or an email. But Ryan Reynolds and Maximum Effort love just doing all cross promotion. Of course, they're going to work in a Deadpool segment in Welcome to Wrexham. They're doing it for us. But anyway, it's labeled somewhere outside of London, but we know this is actually Pinewood Studios in Buckinghamshire, which is just 18 miles or 29 kilometers west of central London. This is where Deadpool and Wolverine was shot after Disney bought a 10-year lease of this lot starting in 2019. So Ryan Reynolds narrates,
"Because of my busy schedule, I had to invite my co-chair, Rob McElhenney, to the set of Deadpool in London to discuss all things that are Wrexham. And yes, I did have to promise him a role in the upcoming Deadpool film."
But what strikes me right away is just how many star trailers there are here. Trailers like this are normally rented for major cast and VIPs, like director Sean Levy would probably get one too, but notice how there are dozens of them. Normally for major Hollywood productions, you'd rent like maybe 8 or 10 maximum, because date players and supporting casts who don't have long careers and pushy agents to get them their own trailers, those folks are often put up in hotels nearby. But these rows upon rows of star trailers tell us that we can expect dozens of A-lister cameos and returning familiar faces that the production did not want to risk putting up in a hotel, else risk another Andrew Garfield Atlanta DoorDash delivery sighting. Now here Ryan Reynolds goes on to say that for confidentiality, no one can see or hear anything, and they humorously cover the screen with this filter, leaving only a little window around the heads of Rob McElhenney, Ryan Reynolds, and director Sean Levy. And then, as Ryan Reynolds explains the scene to Rob, they bleep him and cover his mouth.
Ryan, what scene are we shooting today?
We're in here.
But through the unfiltered edges of those halos, you can see the scaffolding in the upper walkway of Cassandra Nova's compound built into the Giant Man Scott Lang corpse set. Then we see Rob walk into a trailer to join Ryan, and Rob is wearing a bulky dry robe that are worn by cast who mostly cover their character costumes to prevent paparazzi or drone cameras or just other people walking around on the set from knowing what character they're playing or what their costume looks like. And Ryan here tells him,
Texting Ollie Palmer.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Which is probably something related to Wrexham striker Ollie Palmer's appearance in the bar scene of Deadpool and Wolverine that was shown in the Like a Prayer trailer that released in April. Rob teases unzipping his coat, and Ryan explains,
I can't necessarily tell you which character Rob plays in Deadpool for fear of being shot down by the Marvel drone that follows me and my kids around, but it could be him. Or him. Maybe him.
And then Ryan teases Rob for never asking him to be in any of his things, like Always Sunny or Mythic Quest or his podcast, and it pretty much ends there. But if you look closely under Rob McElhenney's coat, you can see the orange letters of TVA on his chest. And he is wearing the boots typical of TVA hunters or Minutemen. So Rob McElhenney is playing a TVA Minuteman. And the fact that these soldiers are masked for Deadpool and Wolverine, whereas they were typically unmasked for the Loki series, tells us that Ryan Reynolds might have masked these characters so that he could sneak in quite a few cameos of friends and collaborators, the way Star Wars films and series have in the past put cameos under Stormtrooper armor. We want to thank Geology for sponsoring this video, but also to thank them for making sure we look camera ready all day, every day. Geology is a 29-time award-winning skin, hair, and body care company recognized in Men's Health, Oprah Daily, Hypebeast, Birdie, Esquire, and GQ. Geology's products use just a handful of powerful, proven ingredients that have been trusted by dermatologists for decades. If you don't know where to start, Geology can create a simple and effective skincare or hair care routine for you. All you gotta do is take a quick 30-second quiz. Geology can help you fight acne, reduce oiliness, prevent wrinkles, combat dark or puffy under eyes, have smoother, hydrated skin, and target signs of aging. Right now, if you use code NEWROCKSTARS100, Geology will give you 100% off their award-winning skincare trial set. You'll also get an additional bonus offer of up to 30% off one skin, hair, or body product when you add it to your trial. That's 100% off plus an additional 30% off. That's a lot of off. Just click the link in the description or go to geolog.ie/rockstars100 to get started. I'm almost certain that the TVA Minuteman that Rob plays is the one with the handcuffs who gets taken by Alioth.
God, please! Oh my!
It's just the voice screaming, "God, please!" That sounds so much like Rob McElhenney to me.
God, please! God damn it, dude! I'm having a panic attack!
Also, the blurred area that Rob was walking around in is definitely the Giant Man compound, and based on the trailer footage, I think this cuffed TVA Minuteman is the only TVA employee ever shown in this location. Also, if you listen closely, I believe you can hear Sean Levy or another crew person say Alioth before Ryan's words get bleeped out.
I think Alioth is coming.
Yep, someone definitely said Alioth is coming. And I think Ryan is explaining to Rob how Alioth will grab this TVA Minuteman and, based on the context, also grab Deadpool and Wolverine and drag all three of them upwards. Now, a reminder that Alioth was the smoke monster first introduced in Loki Season 1 Episode 5, who would devour and digest all people and objects that were pruned into the void. What exactly Alioth is described by Kang variant He Who Remains in the following episode, the Season 1 finale.
That first variant encountered a creature created from all the tears in reality, capable of consuming time and space itself. A creature you both know.
Alioth.
So based on that, I've surmised that this setting in Deadpool and Wolverine might be a post-incursion wasteland filled with people and things that had washed up in here from the tears between realities. Now, I have to appreciate that the guys on set are using the in-universe term for the creature and just assuming Rob had been watching Loki and keeping up with the lore, and they didn't qualify it with saying it's a smoke monster. They're actually planning on sticking with the rules and identification and function of what Alioth is supposed to be. In Loki, we never actually find out what happens to things that Alioth eats. They seem to be dead, at least based on what happens to classic Loki. But who knows, maybe we'll see what happens when Alioth digests you when you're not in the void, but in some kind of post-incursion wasteland. And we'll find out whether it can truly devour beings with a healing ability like Logan and Wade. Like, would Wolverine and Deadpool give Alioth indigestion? Is this gonna be like Jordan Peele's Nope, where the floating creature consumes people and horses, but then gets indigestion when it like tries to eat certain things? Also a reminder that the last time we saw Alioth, it was in one of the final shots of Loki Season 2 when Ravonna Renslayer was facing it down, so who knows? Maybe one of these Star trailers could be for Guguma Batara. But based on our past videos analyzing the chronological sequence of trailer footage, we are pretty sure this cuffed TVA Minuteman is one who would be accompanying Deadpool and Wolverine for a long time, because wide shots of the X-Men villains caravan show two spherical cages, one for Logan and Wade together, and then another one containing this TVA soldier, which you can actually see at the edge of frame in the Mad Max Fury Road shot of the motorcycles in the Like a Prayer trailer. That is Rob right there. So this Minuteman is either someone who's been in the capture of the TVA villains for quite some time and might have some stories to tell, or someone who ended up with Wolverine and Deadpool in that Salt Flats region with the 20th Century Fox logo and tried to break up their fight or something. But the final thing that I want to point out is what Ryan Reynolds says, if you listen closely, to Rob McElhenney when they first walk up and hug each other.
Hi, sorry.
Sorry, I don't want to get anything on that beautiful coat of yours. There's blood all over me.
You seem to be a little bit busy.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds is saying there is blood all over his suit. What's weird about that is, in the shot from the Super Bowl trailer of Alioth grabbing the TVA guy, when Deadpool reacts saying, "What the f***?" there doesn't seem to be any blood on Deadpool there. Now, sometimes movie trailers are unfinished. In the final version of the film, there could be more VFX touch-ups with blood on them, but Ryan says that there was blood on his suit when they shot the scene. We'll see, but maybe this TVA guy's death via Alioth will be far more R-rated and visceral than Alioth consuming things was allowed to be on Disney Plus in Loki. Something closer to Jean Jacket and Nope, spewing out the remains of its victims, and they just shot the bloody parts of the scene first before Rob got there. I mean, knowing their relationship, if Ryan Reynolds is going to put Rob McElhenney in Deadpool, he's going to have an extremely bloody R-rated violent death. Hey, comment down below with your thoughts on all this. Follow me at EA Voss. Subscribe to all 3 channels in the new Rockstars network for breakdowns and news coverage of everything you love. Thanks for watching. Bye.